Welcome to Kearsarge Chronicle. Today we're outside of Clark's Hardware with Lori, and we're going to be getting the dirt on dirt. So Lori, many of us are starting the planting process, and if you're a planting neophyte like myself, you walk in, you take the plant, you put it in the ground, maybe add some Miracle-Gro, and later on problems arise. Is there any way to catch that before it starts?
Yes, indeed. You want to prepare the bed first, or the planting area. Soil is alive, and you want lots of microorganisms in it, which you get from composted material. So the first thing to do is to turn your soil over, get out any weeds, and then add some organic matter like compost, the lobster compost, to add those bacterias and fungi that keep the soil alive. If you have those in your soil, it will release the nutrients to make them available to your plants. So it's a soil conditioner. They help sandy soil hold water. They also will help break up, it also helps break up hard clay-like soil. The plant's roots need not only nutrients, but they need water and they need oxygen. So the compost helps add the air pockets to the soil so that there's also oxygen going to the plant roots. And they make it easier for the plant roots to spread out. When you see a plant growing, usually you're only seeing about 1/3 of the plant. That 2/3 of the plant is underground in root system. So just imagine that, how big an area and how much you need to baby those roots. Give them some room. And then sometimes people use the term mulch and compost for the same thing, and they're really different. Compost you usually add to the soil or to an existing garden. You can put it around plants and then scratch it in with something like the cultivator to try and get it to work down in. Where a mulch, you merely put it on the top of the soil when everything's all prepared. It helps keep weeds down and it helps conserve moisture. But it stays on top until it is totally broken down. And for the fall, then you can kind of turn it in and scratch it in and start new again next year.
I do think there's an easy temptation because the mulch is such a quick fix and it cleans up the yard really quickly.
You
pick
the
your
yard
color.
Look wonderful, yes.
But really, one more step underneath is going to help. Are there particular fertilizers perhaps that would supplement the compost and make the soil work even better?
Yes, there are. Granular fertilizers like the Hollytone for acid-loving plants like rhododendrons, blueberries, raspberries, or the Plant Tone, which is non-acidic, will feed the plants over a period of time. It's not a quick shot. The water-soluble fertilizers like the Growtone, which is liquid and you add it to water, it's organic, or the Miracle-Gro, which is like a granular that's water soluble. You put it in your watering can with water. They are immediately available to your plants, but they don't keep on working over the period of the growing season. So these you have to use sometimes on a regular basis, depending on what your soil test said. And these work over a longer period of time. And then things like tomatoes, they like calcium, and calcium isn't always available in certain fertilizers. It can be available in some of the compost, but if you need a little extra calcium, it does come in a liquid form that you can add to tomato plants and things like that to prevent some of the diseases that they get.
So it sounds like a good offense is the best thing for the growing season this year, whether it's too wet this year or too dry. Preparing the right soil, the right compost, and then supplementing is the way to get the best fruits and vegetables.
You're going to have a great garden.
I hope so.
Yeah, that's great.
Thank you, Lori.
Thank you.
And we're here at Clark's Hardware on Newport Road in New London. Back to you.